this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I will be showing you my finished pages for April. Finished pages for April. So, we will get started right away. So first off, I worked on my 6 pages to do in A Million Little Monsters. This is the book that my Facebook group and others on Instagram are completing this year as our buddy group color along. Not color along, but you know what I mean. Okay, so first one I did, did this one here using this color palette here from Sarah Renee Clark. I did this one. And then I did this one. Oh, I should say this was done with Rogetin pencils, and I also used some Stickles sparkle gel up here and around on this here. This was done with miscellaneous watercolors. This was done with the Staedtler Ergo Softs. This one right here. And I did another color palette. This one here. Next I used the Derwent drawing pencils on this one. I just absolutely love the Derwent drawing pencils. I wish that they were a complete set rather than just 24. Then this page right here, and I used a combination of the Jane Davenport Magic Wands and the Tombow recycled pencils. And finally, this one right here was our buddy color. Everybody in the group was asked to color this page. So I used shiny watercolor for the mane, and I used Gansey Tambi Opal for the unicorn itself, the white there, and liquid chrome. Oh no, it's a glitter gel pen for the horn. And those are the 6 pages that I did. So starting this month, starting with May, for the rest of the year we'll now be doing 5 pictures a month instead of 6. So we've hit that point with the color along. Then I worked on some spring pages. Started off with 50 Spring Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. And this one here, I did the outline with Derwent Pastel, and I used Castle Art Golds for the main coloring. A little bit of gel pen and stuff in it as well. Again, I used the Derwent Pastel to outline it, and didn't write down what pencils I used. I can't tell by looking. And my sister and I have been coloring a picture out of a Joanna Basford book every month or so. And this month she chose Rooms of Wonder, and then I chose this picture right here, and I used the Art X pencils for that. And I also put some glossy accents on the alarm clock there. Used a bit of silver gel pen. Used a bit of water-based markers for stuff on the shelves. And And for the yellow there, I used Ranger watercolor pencils. Back to spring coloring. I did "50 Diminutive Spring Scenes" by Camille Angel Cova. Did this one. And I keep forgetting to write down what I used. And so I ended up outlining the roof in black because it just blended into the picture too much. I don't know whether that looks alright or not. Not just the roof, but the whole house that was coming out of the garden. Then I used this color card to do this picture right here, and I used Koh-i-Noor Mandalas for this one. Then Alexander Danneman. Did this one here with Prismacolor watercolors. Even though I didn't write it down, I do remember. And I used luminance for this one, and I should have written that down. Yes, I did. And a little bit of gel pen for the little flowers down here. The rest of it's luminance. This was my biggest hit on Instagram this month. I really like how it turned out. I think it's hard to color something badly with luminance. They're just fantastic pencils. Then this book here got off of Etsy. It's called Spring, and it's by Marina Kostiuszko. She has a different store name, and I can't remember what it is, but I think if you look up her real name, you can find her on Etsy. So, I did this picture right here, and I used the black edition. Faber-Castell Black Edition. A gold pen for the gold things in here. And then I did this cute little guy. Doesn't say. I might have used the same pencils. They kind of look the same, don't they? Yeah. There's a good chance I used the golds on that as well. I mean the black editions. I didn't color this the True Life colors. These are garlic bulbs. They're starting to flower, and I think their flowers are white, but I just colored them however I wanted to make them cute. Then I did a couple of spring pages out of Sassy Seasons by Sassy Coloring. I did this lady here in Faber-Castell Classic. That's just straight. Oh, I think I used alcohol marker to do this red border. Yeah. And I used the Derwent Color Softs to do this one. I really like how this turned off. They've just come out with 150 set of ChromaFlows, but I'm a little bit sad because I would have really wished they would have made the 150 set for the Color Softs, or at least increased them to 120 or something, because we only have 72 of them, and they're one of my favorite pencils. And again, a couple of spring pages, this time out of Coloring Heaven Collection Seasons by Ellie Marks. Did this one right here with Castle Art Soft and Pastel Tints mixed together. I like how that one turned out. And this one, I used the exact same pencils. This is okay. I'm not big on coloring birds like that. I either color all my birds in greens and yellows. I color hummingbirds like this, and every other bird is blue. So I kind of have my pattern. Yeah, I'm not a realistic colorist, so I just do what I can on those kind of pictures. Okay, so next I did some mandalas out of Mindful Mandalas, Calming Creatures, and I decided I would try acrylic markers for doing mandalas. Thought it was a great idea, but it didn't work out very well because they covered up the black lines and everything just kind of smooshes together. Then I went over the black lines, and this kind of brought that seal out a little bit, but you can tell I've gone over the lines, and I don't like the look of it at all. So I went and tried again to do a more normal mandala, and the same thing happened. It just kind of all mooshes together, and going over it doesn't look great. You can tell I've done it, and it would take a lot of time to do it to a whole mandala just so I could use acrylic markers. So not using acrylic markers for mandalas. But that's what trying new things out is for, to decide whether you want to do it or not. So I did not use acrylic markers for this next set of mandalas. This is Coloring Heaven's Mindful Mandalas Joyous Spring. This is the current one as of right now. So this one I used fine liners because we had some pretty tiny spaces in there. So fine liners and a gel pen. And this one I went to Tau Trees and gel pen. Trying to use up my Tau Trees on as many things as I possibly can these days, because I don't have any blues and I'm almost out of greens, so it makes them kind of not usable. And you can't buy them on Amazon Canada anymore, so, and even if you did, they would be outrageous price. So then I decided to get back into the books that I was working on every month. You know, I had several of these. I was doing a couple of pictures in every month, but I sat down with this one and I decided, you know, I'm just going to finish this one off. Looks like I had 7 pages to do, so I did complete this book. The pages I did this month are as follows. So I used a combination of Tau Trees and acrylic markers. And I think they turned out well with the acrylic marker. This is their very first book, and it's the very first edition of their first book. So it's a bit different than what the kind of stuff that they do now. This one's really hard to tell what it is. I'm guessing shrimp. And I'm assuming that's a starfish. That's also a little hard to tell. I like this one. And this one. And the shells. Those turned out really nice. So that's it. That's this book completed. So next month we'll see if I can complete another one of these. I would have a lot more than 7 pages to do in it though. So we will see. I also finished off this book, Flying Colors Volume 13. I'm not going to do a flip through of this book because I tore out a lot of pages. I tore out all the pages that weren't patterns. So I had 1 page left to do in this, and this is the one that I did. This isn't my favorite kind of pattern to do, but I had torn out enough pages as it is. So let's just do a quick little back flip so you can have an idea of what I did. This is the kind of pages that they had in the book. Up to this point I didn't tear any pages out. It was just design, a regular page. Design a regular page, and I tore out all the regular pages because I don't like doing them. So, oops. Yeah, I would never have gotten it done if I had done all those bird pages. And as I said before, I'm not a fan of birds. But you know what? I can't get these anymore. They don't sell them in my area. I wondered if they were even still making them, so I contacted the company and asked if they made them. And if they did, are they still selling them in Canada? And she answered back, oh yes, of course we are. So I emailed her back and I said, well, could you tell me where in my area I can get them? And she said, sure thing. And she comes back with me and she goes, well, I'm very sorry, but they're not being sold anywhere in your area at this time. So she said you can get in touch with the order desk and that, but you can't order a subscription to these magazines, and you can only order like back orders, and I only want them if I've seen them, because I don't want ones that don't have patterns in them. I only want the ones that are all patterns. Okay, a couple pages here and there, but not like this where it's every other page. I like the designing colors was my favorite one. It pretty much was all, or is all, patterns, and sometimes it was all mandalas. So if anybody out there wants to send me, sorry, I'm being cheeky. I'll just have to live. So back to my books I was doing every month. I did 2 out of here. So I did this girl here. These are done in alcohol markers and gel pen or something. I used the Karen Pro brush markers or whatever for her lips and the red part. And same with on this one with the red. So that was Pretty Girl, and this one's called Magic Fairy. I love these. They're so easy to do. And then the last book that I did was, did another few pages out of here. I did a 3 actually. These are with random colors. I just close my eyes and pick out 3 towel trees in this case and 2 gel pens. So I did this one, which is ink. This one, the colors turned out really nice. And so did this one. I thought the colors were really weird when I picked them out, but yeah, it looks nice together. So those are the 3 I did in there, and that's all she wrote, folks. That's everything that I did this month. So it doesn't feel like that much, but it's about the same as what I have been doing. We'll see if I can do a few more pages now that I have one less Lulu Mayo page to do a month. So we'll see how that goes for the first time in May. So thank you for allowing me to spend time with you, or and to share this with you. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and until next time, bye-bye.